Talk that inspires change.
Welcome to the No Judgment, Just Realness Zone with Dawn Paul, aka the Dr. Dawn, your certified life coach. And now here's Dr. Dawn.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. You know who this is. This is your girl, Dawn Paul, a.k.a. the Dr. Dawn, your certified life coach. And I always give you no judgment, just realness. Got a good show for you today. I know you say Dr. Dawn every Friday is good. I know it is, but this Friday is good, too. And my prescription is my words. But later on in the show, I will be giving you my Dr. Dawn Q&A, answering your life and love questions, and giving you my Dr. Dawn Daily Dose to give you some positivity into the weekend. But I want to thank everybody for watching, for listening, catching us on Facebook Live. Thank you, Instagram, for watching. So today's show is about how your past does not determine your future. We are talking from prison to prosperity. Or prison to praise, whatever you want to say. From prison to better than what we were, right?
Absolutely.
So, and look, people, no judgments, just realness, because many of us are, one mistake away from being locked up as well ourselves.
One mistake.
Yes, no judgment. But first guest, ladies first, we have Minister Amanda White.
Hey,
okay,
everyone, yay.
Who is founder of Torchbearer.
Yes.
And she collaborated with OWN on the released documentary. And y'all know who OWN is. Oprah Winfrey Network, honey.
Hallelujah.
Big time here. I see it. Look at it, honey.
Not yet.
Yeah, honey, claim it. And then we have my boy Tavares, the producer Coleman, owner of Famous Touch TV. How are you?
Wow.
Great. Good. You good?
Yes.
Yes, good. Nice. And then last but not least, Dominique Leonard. You can call him Houston's Tyler Perry if you want to. Can I say that?
You can say that. You can say
playwright, entrepreneur. Mentor, always talking to our youth. So it's going to be a very good show. Thank you for watching on Facebook Live. If you want to call in, 832-230-5592, or we'll be sharing the number in the comments. So just give us a call if you want to weigh in or give us your comments. But first, we're talking about from prison to prosperity.
Yes.
We're prosperous, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Prosperous.
Yes.
Prosperous.
Across the board.
Prosperous. But let's talk. I want to start with you, Dominique. What were you in for?
I was in prison for robbery.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Robbery.
Yes.
Amanda?
Welfare fraud and drugs.
Okay. Tavares?
Possession of cocaine, possession of firearm, and second-degree murder.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But that is our past, and we cannot let our past determine our future. How long have you been out? Tavares, start with you.
I've been home since 2001.
Okay. Miss Amanda?
Good.
I've been out for the last 20 years now.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Dominique?
I've been out since 2016.
Okay. Probation? Anybody on probation?
No, not anymore.
Parole, yes.
Okay, parole. I'm sorry. Probation, parole. These are things we have to understand. But I want to know, what is the first thing you did when you were released? First thing you did. Dominique, start with you.
The first thing I did when I was released, I wanted some pizza.
Pizza?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes, for real.
Okay.
I wanted my pizza. Mm-hmm. So we did order that.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I just wanted to soak in the tub.
Okay.
Seriously. Yeah. Seriously.
Yes.
I soaked in the tub for about 30 minutes. I just wanted to soak. Yeah.
Okay. No woman, but he said, I want my pizza. My Pizza Hut. What? But that was coming late. Don't worry about that. Miss Amanda, first thing you did.
Well, the first thing I had to do, I had to go straight to my parole officer. And but after I got all the legal work out the way, the first thing I did was take a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a must. Yeah. Had to do that.
Tavares, you?
Well, fortunately, the first thing I got up, because I got up 12 one midnight, I went straight to the church that I was going to be working with and got baptized.
Wow.
Amen. There we go.
All
There we go.
Wow.
So like
Yes.
1:30 in the morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning, they had the water waiting for me to get there.
See
They
that?
baptized me.
So in a way, everybody wanted a bath.
Cleansing,
Seriously,
yeah.
bath to Jesus,
We all have to be
God,
clean.
whatever. You had to get clean, right? I mean, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I want to start with you, Tavares, and we talked about this before the show. Does prison really rehabilitate?
I believe that prison can rehabilitate a person if they allow it to.
Right.
Okay.
Because, you know, some people go to prison as a revolving door and it never happens to them. I think what happened with me, I know what happened with me is that I had an encounter with God that really changed my life around. It wasn't prison itself, because I've been in prison many times, but in this particular time, this moment I had with God really opened my eyes to my life at that moment, and also the future that I was looking at ahead of.
Miss Amanda?
Yeah, I believe that same. I voiced that same thing. I believe that when I'm ready, you understand, if I go in and I'm ready, then yes, I can be rehabilitated. But, you know, it comes with me first.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter what they give me, if I'm not ready for it, I'm not going to take it.
Dominique?
I believe prison can rehabilitate, but what I also believe is that you have to surrender yourself, and you have to say, you know what, I'm tired of me, and I'm tired of my old ways. So when I went in, I was done the first day.
Okay.
Because you know how they say you know wrong from right?
Yeah.
I knew wrong from right. So I don't think that was my battle. My battle was that when I went in, the first day I was in Harris County Jail, I said, you know what, God, this is not my life. And I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And more so when you watch the people around you hurt.
Wow.
So it's greater. So what happened with me that first day, I said, God, I'm done. But that didn't mean because I told God I was done.
Right.
I had to face my consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We even talked about guys before we came in here, child molesters.
Yeah.
Can they be rehabilitated? That is a question.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about it. This is Dr. Dawn's personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. You talk about somebody who has molested a 3-year-old child,
Wow.
molesting several kids. Can that 50-year-old, 60-year-old person ever be rehabilitated? They've been molesting children for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe it can, because, you know, this is a word that declares, you know, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It has a lot to do with the changing of the mind.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know, conditions of a person's mind will determine the outcome of his life.
Right.
And I think if a person really dig deep and search his soul and find out what's causing him to be a molester of children, and begin to repent or turn away from that, and start put thoughts in his mind that are more about him being the person he need to be towards children or individuals altogether, he can rehabilitate himself.
Yeah.
And once again, it won't be prison alone that does it. It will be his personal convictions
Yeah.
and his personal redevelopment and building himself into the person he need to be. And he can't do it alone.
Right.
I mean, there's not enough self-help books that can help him. It's going to take spiritual guidance alone to strip him of that type of behavior.
Yeah, I definitely believe that they can be rehabilitated. Coming from where everyone else is saying, you know, there's no saying unless a man changed, there's little hope for him. You know, and then of course it always starts with the change of mind, changing my perception, the way I see things, the way I do things, the way I act. You know, all of that has to be changed. My belief system, and of course I have to always go back. I believe that everything stems from back when. You understand what started me, because it is a true saying that once molested, you become a molester. The molestee become a molester, and I speak from there from a personal place. You understand? I myself was molested, but there was a part in my life, you understand, prior to getting to where I decided that that's not what I wanted in my life. I myself began to start touching children, but it was because it was something that it was a taught. It was a learned behavior. I wasn't taught that it was wrong. It wasn't whether it was a right or wrong or good or bad. It was just something that I did. It came through a game. I played the game. And in doing the game, I touched other children, but I was a young child too. So yeah, and so when I had my children is when I decided that, you know, I didn't do it up until that. It came back to my mind, was like, oh my God, I got children. You understand? And so my prayer was, God, please take me out of here, you know, before I do anything. And, you know, I know God changed me, so I know if he can change me, he can certainly change anyone.
Amen. And thank you for sharing that. That's what this thing is about, people. No judgment, just realness. It's time to be real. It's time to stop judging.
Right.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, I want to start with you, Dominique. And, you know, do you all own your past crimes? Do you all, because you have people who say, well, I didn't do it. I'm not guilty, Dr. Don. And you know you did it. Doesn't rehabilitation, like you said, start with you have to own it. Own what you did. So you all own it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. How do we not go back to the old life? Dominique, let's start with you. When you get out, how do you make sure you didn't go back to that old life?
Well, I think first of all, for me, and this might sound cliche or whatever it may be, but I have to keep it real because we're keeping it real, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. I think for me, there never was an old life. For me, it was a one choice that I made that got me. You see what I'm saying? But that one choice cost me dearly. So I never was one of them guys who just, you know, kept going in and out, kept doing crazy things, you know, because I was successful before I went to prison. And so the choice that I made got me there. So for me, like I said, the first day I went in, I had to sit there and really think. I was like, you know what the hell am I doing? You know, what am I doing up in here?
Yeah.
So that right there alone for me was like, you know, I didn't have certain kind of friends because all my friends are successful, stuff like that. You know, all of them are entertainment business, stuff like that. You know, so all of them are doing great. You know, and so even coming home now, I'm like, you know what? Get back on that road that you were on before, but even greater now.
Yeah,
Miss
absolutely.
Amanda, you?
Yeah. What was the question again?
How do you? Weren't you listening? No, I can't. I know, because you get so caught up in this conversation. Like, what you say? What show are we on, y'all? I don't know what we talking. No. How do you not go back to that old life when you get out?
Yeah. The first thing. You know that old saying, change people, places, and things, and sometimes it's difficult. You understand? I know for me, I had to go back into the same environment. My change began before I came out.
Okay.
As a counselor, that's one of the things that I teach them, that your change don't start when you get out of here because it's too late then, because then you subjected to what you came from. You understand? So you need to make that change prior to, and there are some things that I had to put in place. You know, I made a decision to go to the treatment. I mean, to a halfway house. I made that decision. Not that my home was bad, but the place where I was going, where my home was the bad environment. You understand?
Wow.
So I had to I put some things in place. I put some tools in place where I was, who I was going to deal with. I had to begin to start Xing everybody out. You understand? I had enough time to think about exactly, not them, but me. See, it wasn't them. My mom used to always say, "Man, George, I don't want you hanging out with those girls," but she didn't know that I was those girls. You know, so I had to make a decision that I'm not going to hang out with anyone else that condone what I do. And so I put a lot of things in place before I came out. I was a willing participant before I came out.
Tavares, quickly, how did you not go back to that old life?
Well, I mean, you know, going back to what Dominique was talking about, having that mindset of not wanting to go, well, first of all, made up mind. That's what happened with me. I mean, it's been almost, 20 years now. And, of course, I started off at 11, so getting in trouble. And it took a while for me to break that pattern. So what I did when I came home, I just kind of cut off everybody I used to hang with. You know, even though I was a leader of the whole clique, I had to let everybody go.
Wow.
You know, and so that's what really helped me, because I had to change everything around. I mean, everybody I hung with, the places I go to, everything I had to change, because everything that I come from was all the influence that got me to where I was. You see what I'm saying? So I had to let go everything and start a whole new life over.
Wow, but see, being that you were in that life, the gang life, it's not easy, people. But he can do it. Everybody else can too. I love that. When we come back, we will talk about how getting support when you are released means everything, and why we should care. Some people say, "Who cares, Dr. Don, about ex-offenders? They ain't in my family." Yeah, they are. Coming out, support. So we'll be right back. Dr. Don Radio Show.
You're listening to The Dr. Don, and make sure you stay connected to me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TheThedRDAWA. You're listening to Synergy Radio Network. We'll be back after these messages.
The woman who has been seen in Houston driving a pickup displaying an expletive-laden message opposing President Trump has been arrested. With the Newsflash, I'm Trey Westerberg on Synergy Radio Network. Fort Bend County deputies say Karen Fonseca was arrested Thursday afternoon on an outstanding fraud warrant. She was booked on a $1,500 bond. 2 Fort Worth men have been charged in the August shooting deaths of 2 teens whose bodies were found near a North Texas road. 20-year-olds Kyle Odie and Shaylin Chowdhury were charged with capital murder in the shooting deaths of 19-year-old Matthew Lemus and 17-year-old Edgar Ramirez, both of Crowley, Texas. The mother of a girl who was adopted from India and found dead last month in Richardson has been charged with child abandonment after police allege she left her home alone. Police say Sini Matthews turned herself in on Thursday. 3-year-old Sharon Matthews was found dead in October. With the News Flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on Synergy Radio Network.
Need a new heating system? Let the Home Depot do it for you. Our licensed professionals will do the job right. And now get up to $1,600 via online rebate when you purchase and install a new heating and cooling system through the Home Depot. Call 1-800-HOME-DEPOT or visit homedepot.com/HVAC to get started. Valid on in-home sales between October 19th and November 15th, and installations completed and paid in full by December 15th.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. Do not forget to buy lentils, or the lentil soup you're making for dinner will be sorely lacking. By the way, Mrs. Calloway says thanks for helping her bundle home and auto. She appreciates the extra savings, even though you kept using the word apropos incorrectly. But the main thing is do not forget to buy, what was it? Something apropos the lentil soup. Sorry, I'll call you back.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Did you know that Shirley Ann's Black Collectibles and Flowers has one of the largest displays of black statues in the country? They're located in the heart of Acres Home. Shirley Ann's has a special treasure to add to your collection, and it's the perfect place to find the ideal gift for someone you love. They also take care of all of your floral needs. Shirley Ann's Black Collectibles, 6130 Wheatley Street. Call 713-692-1100. That's 713-692-1100. Shirley Ann's Black Collectibles.
And now, back to the show.
That picture is better than the other.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, everybody. We are back talking from prison to prosperity, prison to praise. Prison to better than where we were. And the truth is, we're going to get to that last in my daily dose. Right. Some of us are still living in a prison. We got to get out of that to be released. But let's talk about support. Yeah. When you get out, you do need support. Your family has to embrace you. Yes. Doesn't that? Because here we Dominique, and we talked about this, and look, we keep it real. Yeah. Dominique says, I was in for robbery. People are like, I don't want him in my house. How do you the support system, helping people to understand?
The first thing I would say is that prison doesn't have a look per se.
It sure don't. Yeah.
I always get the saying that you don't look like where you came from. And I really thank God for that, just for keeping me and for me keeping myself mentally insane. You know what I'm saying? Sane, whatever.
Sane.
Yeah,
not
sane.
Insane.
I know, insane. Sane.
Come on.
I ain't going crazy with it, But so me being home, a lot of people knew where I was and what happened. Then a lot of people didn't, but I'm not ashamed to express that or share that. So me going places has never been, or even me going to invited to somebody's house or something like that, sitting in somebody's car or whatever, because character. It's not what you do when people's around you. It's about what you do when nobody's around, and that's character. So I had to keep my character,
That's good.
And I keep it daily.
Yeah, that's good. And the only reason I asked Dominique on here, because he's talking about his play coming up, and we'll talk about that later. But the only reason I asked him, because Tavares, I knew your story, Miss Amanda, I invited you. But the only reason I invited you here was because you shared on Facebook. And I said, I had no idea he had been to prison. I said, can you come to the show as well? So really, it's a blessing. That's why sometimes we do have to share our past. We never know. But talk about the support that you all had to receive in order to stay. That is part of rehabilitation, isn't it, guys? Your family supporting you?
Well, not just the family. I didn't get I got the love from my family. See, listen, I love my family and I love my mom, rest in peace, but my mom loved me to death. You see, when your family don't know how to help you, you understand, because they'll come back, when you come out, they're going to treat you the same way that they treated you when you went in, you understand. But my help came from my counselors, from my recovery coach, people that understood where I came from, because they were the same people. It's like this here. It's when you're on drugs, someone teach you how to be on drugs. Someone in that same area need to teach you how to come out of that, so that you don't have all that judgmental. So I had counselors that was in place when I came out. I'm telling you, when I was in jail, I put this thing in place. You understand? I had counselors. I didn't listen to them at first, you know, because I came out with a mindset. I wanted to change, but I didn't know how to change. You know, wanting to know how to change is a task within itself. You understand? My mindset, I want to change, but hey, everything else wanted to be the same. But I had a lot of counselors. I had life coach. I had places that I would go, you know, things that I had to do to to change my mindset, to break through the things that I thought, you know, to change my perception, to help me change my belief system, to help me change the way that I feel about things, to help me to see the truth about what the truth really was. And all of that was in place when I came out.
That's good. Tavares, support system.
My mom, of course, was my number one support, because she stuck with me through the whole time that I was in. But when I was in there, I had some brothers coming in from the church that were mentoring me, counseling me, and they stuck with me too all the way out and out the door. Of course, they was there when I got out and helped me, you know, get baptized and stuff like that. But they was the support system when I came home. They I mean, was accountable brothers. What I mean by that is that they would call me, you know, 10, 11 o'clock at night and see where I'm at and see what I'm doing. And they were very much there for me as a support system to really direct me, encourage me, and be there for me when I did want to flip out. Because there was times I went through some moments that I was like, man, you know what, I'm ready to go back, you know, because, you know, this ain't gonna work for me out here, you know what I'm saying? But they was there because they had been in the system too. They had been in prison, and they had got saved, and now here I am on the same track, get saved, come home, and you know, not everything was peaches and cream like I thought it would be, because life still had challenges, and so they were there for me. They would pick me up, bring me to church on Sunday, Wednesday. You know, I'd have a car when I came home, so there was transportation for me. So that was my support system, and they stuck with me through it all. They did not leave me. They did not leave me hanging. I mean, they was there at 100%. So that was my main support system.
Now, we all believe in the Lord, so this hits on it. You can't just say, I'll pray for you, Tavares. No, I need you to pick me up.
They was there for me.
I ain't got no license right now.
These brothers were solid.
We going to pray for you, Tavares. No, you got to action.
That's good. Prayer is good, you know, but action is
action.
Action. Faith without works. You know what I'm saying?
Real quickly, if y'all don't mind, I want to chime in on that real quickly, you know, about support. People don't really understand the importance of support. You know, when you're in there, the support is very, very important. And one thing I can say, I'm thankful. Like I said, I don't brag about anything. I thank my God for everything. And so I had great support in there, you know, but I couldn't put myself in the lane of somebody else who may have greater support. I couldn't put myself in the lane of somebody who's going to commissary more than me, who might make more phone calls than me. I had to say, God, I'm thankful for what you are doing for me in this place. In the midst of my hell, you still here. Okay, but it was because of my support that I was able to even, you know, stay strong, keep my mind on what's going on out here sometimes, because I knew it wasn't going to be forever, even though I had a forever sentence.
But you know what, but for me, I say I had the love of my family. I had the love of my children. I had the love of my family. They never turned their back on me. But again, I did not have it like that. You understand what I'm saying? I everything that I'm doing now was something that I had to learn how to do. No one in my family, they just knew how to love me, but they didn't know how to answer the question. Like, you know, I'm sitting up here looking at TV and I'm saying I don't want to do dope. But then dope come up. You know, my mom didn't know. All she was saying was pray. But I prayed before. Oh, God, please don't let the police pull me over. You know what I'm saying? I prayed, and I was praying. But I needed someone else to tell me how exactly and what to do. I needed some clear-cut directions, and I got that directions. Again, I got it through my my counselors. I got it through, I went to Cocaine Anonymous. I had sponsors, you know, I had put things in place. And so that's where I got the clarity from. I got the love from my family, but I got the clarity to know how to walk right, talk right, act right, be right through my counselors, through Cocaine Anonymous, through all of those other types of sources like that. But the love was there with the family.
I want to talk about, let's talk about, do you have an obligation? And thank you. Look at all the good comments. Good morning, everybody. Somebody says, and thank you, Miss Angela Bowman, she says, don't let people who judge you without knowing you or your story hold you back from being all you can. That's good. Thank you, Instagram, for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Don Paul joined. Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine. I got a great intern.
We finally joined.
Dr. Don is watching. Hey, hallelujah. Yeah, I better be watching. There's something wrong if I ain't watching. But anyway, let's talk about, do you have an obligation to tell people? If it ain't applying for a job, do you, let's say dating. Yes. Do you have an obligation to tell somebody you're dating, or friends? If we go out to lunch one time, Miss Angela, do you say, I've been locked up, mister? So when you're dating whatever, friendships, whatever, do you have an obligation? Let's start with you, Dominique, to tell people.
That's my first obligation. And the reason why it's my first obligation, because I believe that everybody should have a choice. You know, versus making somebody, I met this great guy, oh my God, la 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 la. And then, because, you know, the internet is open to everybody.
Yeah.
So they can always Google.
Now.
They can Google. You know, and so I believe that I'm going to give you a choice. I'm not going to force you, you know, go out with you, hang out with you, we have a good time. Then you be like, why you ain't tell me 2 months ago that you was? So I believe on my standpoint that, hey, I'm going to tell you pretty much on the first date, first phone call, pretty much.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Tavares and then Miss Amanda?
Yeah. I mean, for one, people look at my face and immediately tell that I've been through some stuff. So
well, I couldn't tell.
When they see the tattoos, they be like, okay, he's been through some things. But, yeah, I do feel like it's a priority, because people need to know where you come from, and they can determine whether or not they want to be with you or not. So, yeah, I definitely think so.
Miss Amanda?
Well, here I go again. I'm a rebel. I'm not.
Come on, rebel.
I'm not. I'm not telling you until I know for a fact that me and you are going to be together. Now, if it's just a casual, you know, meet that you and I are talking, and you haven't made a decision that you want to be with me, and I haven't made a decision that I want to be with you, I'm not telling. And I say that from experience, because at first I used to tell, you know, and I thank God that I don't look the way what I've been through, you know, because if I really look like what I've been through, you wouldn't come, you know, you just wouldn't come towards me. But I used to tell. And what happened is that I got my feelings hurt. You understand? And I decided that I love Amanda enough to take care of me. I don't leave it up to you no more to take care of me. So I don't necessarily, I only share when it's necessary. If it's to help, if it's to straighten out someone, then I'll share it openly like I'm doing now. But if it's on a personal note, no, I don't tell until I know for a fact.
And really, I mean, that's very true. You take me to Starbucks for coffee. We don't need to talk about that over a cappuccino. Not the first time. No. But what is, you know, I think there are more people that have been to prison, who have been to prison, than we realize.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't look like what they've been through. We don't look like what we've been through. Are there more people, do you all believe, can you kind of look at somebody and be like, I know is it something about them, or that you kind of have a sense of, sister, you putting on a front. And not that she has to tell the world, or he has to tell the world, but that suit can't cover it up, that you kind of, do you all kind of know and be like, look, man, I'm here to support you. You ain't got to live in that by yourself.
Sometimes you can tell. It's in the lingo. You understand? It's when you begin to start talking. If you sit, of course, you know, if you sit and talk with a person long enough, you'll start hearing some stuff, and you'll be like, okay. I don't necessarily expose them until they expose themselves, because it's not for me to expose them. But I believe that for me, freedom is so important. I gave it up for almost 40-something years, and I refuse to be bound again.
Yes.
I free myself when it's necessary. But when there's someone else that's in front of me, and I realize that, and listening, I'm saying to myself, I know the only way you know that, you know what I'm saying, is because. So, but I don't expose them. I leave it up to them.
Yeah. Tavares, do you feel like you sharing your story? And I want to pose this to all of you, was kind of like a healing, for you to stay rehabilitated, to say, because once you put it out in the open, I have done time, I'm rehabilitated, I'm living for God, or whatever you're doing, that kind of puts you on, I got to, because people are watching. Does it kind of help you all stay straight, stay on the path God has for you?
Yeah, in so many ways, because it reminds you of where you come from.
Yeah.
People today sometimes don't believe a person can change. And I think that when you share your story and show what have happened with you through the process, it gives people hope, not only for you, but even somebody in their own family.
Yeah.
They may be going through some things in prison or on their way there or came home, and they may now say, okay, well, this person can change now. I know this person can change. But for me, sharing my story, which I don't a whole lot until somebody do ask, but when I do it, it just remind me, because it's been some time now since I've been down. But when I do share it, it does remind me how far God has took me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And I think people get, when they see you all in your story, they have kind of courage. Let me share what I'm going through too.
Yeah, it opens
Do y'all
them up.
feel that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to keep touching you because that's like my little kid.
No,
like
I mean,
I thought maybe what's going on. I don't know.
That's my cue without butting in.
Yeah, okay.
But now, we keep saying, sharing our story. And one thing that me personally, I don't believe in that. I don't believe we're sharing our story. I believe we're sharing our testimony.
Amen.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, because, I have a saying that I say, no shame, God's fame.
Yes.
So it's no shame what we went through.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
God's getting the fame out of all this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because, Tavares, you wouldn't be here. Amanda, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
If somehow that Dr. Don didn't know our stories. Okay? And then she heard my story on Facebook Live, because I woke up so thankful that morning.
Yeah.
I said, God, I made it home for a year. I've been home for a year, God. Even though I knew I wasn't going back, but just to be home, when you sit down, I'm like, I'm out here on this side of life, where actually life is going on,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's testimony.
And let me tell you, I should have said testimony, because story people can make up.
Yeah.
Testimony, you can't lie about that.
You
But
can't
anyway,
do that.
Yeah.
Miss Amanda, you?
I believe that I've been delivered, and I think my deliverance came through a willingness. I have to keep going back to that that word willingness, because I was willing, because I remember when I wasn't willing. And when I tell my story, but see, I've been telling my story for the last 20 years because I came through Cocaine Anonymous. And that's one of the things that you do. You tell your story, and through telling my story, there is healing in that. But before they even came out with Forrest Gump, I was doing what Forrest Gump was doing. People, strangers would sit at the bus stop, and I just start saying, yada yada yada, and they look at me, and either they'll move or they'll say, oh wow, And so but I didn't know. I didn't know I was healing, because what was happening was, it was so much that was inside of me that if I didn't spill some of that out, if some of that stuff didn't come out, quite naturally, I went to trying to kill myself, on a many times. But I thank God for it, because at first I didn't, I used to always ask. I got this book in my mind that's called Why, but now I don't ask why no more. I know why. You understand? I understand that this story that I have to tell was not for me. You understand? And he realized that even though I was trying to get rid of it, he realized that I had the strength in me to hold on to it. And so I tell my story as often, as many times as I want. And you can look at me in any kind of way that you want to, because now, see, I've been set free. And if you allow what I've been through, and what I say to you, put you in bondage, then let me help you get out of bondage with my life. So I don't have a problem sharing my life at all.
The relationship, quickly, with your children before we go to break. Dominique, when you got released.
My relationship with my children was great. Awesome. Always been that way.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, you, Miss Amanda? Okay. Tavares?
Well, before I was locked up, it was good. Since I moved here to Houston, of course, now maybe my kids have to talk through phone and visit, stuff like that. So, yeah, we still good.
Okay.
Good.
I think that's good. Positive feedback that you all receive. You know, anything that people say to you, what is the most positive feedback that you all get?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was in the bank the other day, and anytime I hear somebody call me Miss White, I know that is somebody that I work with in prison, or I work with in counseling them out for drug abuse. And this one particular guy was in there, and he was like, Miss White! Okay. Okay. And he was like, yeah, you know, he had just got out of prison from over there, Pam Lynch.
Okay.
And I was out there in 15 and 16, and he was like, Miss White, you was white. You know, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
That's good. Tavares, you?
The most positive feedback, especially when I go into the prisons, you know, the brothers always are happy and encouraging me to keep on going, because I was looking at life without parole. And for me to be home in 21 months, that was a total miracle.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was guilty to every charge. So God really worked all that out.
Yes,
So for them to see and hear me now is like a walking miracle before them. So their positive feedback is, man, you know, keep doing what you're doing, because it's encouraging us to keep moving forward.
Yeah. Do y'all see that those that are in prison and getting out to be rehabilitated quickly, yes or no, they respond better to someone who has been in their shoes? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, all of you?
Yes,
Okay.
it varies.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff. We will be right back. Yeah, that's good. I tell you. Look at these positive comments.
Wow.
Great talk to you.
Look, be sure to stay connected to Synergy Radio in your house, in your office. Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
Ain't nothing like the 90s. Our Rucker Productions is taking you back.
Is that right?
It's the Gobble Gobble Get Down 90s edition. Let me see you go back to the 90s with Ron Benarito, Christopher Reed, a.k.a. Kid from Kid and Play,
That boy good.
Brum Man from the Fifth Flow, Reggie Ballard, and it's all hosted by Carl Payne. It's the Gobble Gobble Get Down 90s edition, November 22nd, 9:30 p.m. at Dolce Ultra Lounge and Bistro. Come get your Thanksgiving Eve laugh on. Tickets available now at alrucker.com.
Attention churches and nonprofit organizations, Dawson Chemical and Janitorial Supply Company has all the chemicals and janitorial supplies you need. Toilet tissue, paper towels, trash can liners, styrofoam cups, plates, and more. They also offer churches and nonprofit organizations 10% discounts and free same-day delivery. So give us a call today at 713-697-7137. Mr. Dawson has been supplying Houston area large and small congregations for over 36 years and has 3 area locations to serve all of your paper, chemical, and janitorial supply needs. Dawson Chemical also sells commercial janitorial equipment, buffers, vacuum cleaners, steam cleaners, wet and dry vacs, and more. We also repair all types of janitorial equipment and provide a full line of pest control for your do-it-yourself convenience. So give us a call today at 713-697-7137 and let Dawson Chemical meet all of your paper and chemical supply needs. Again, call us at 713-697-7137. We look forward to your call. Any church that spends $100 will get a $25 gift certificate that can be used with your current purchase.
Hey, it's Tasha Evans, and I'm a champion of Real Excellence. And you can become a champion of Real Excellence by joining the Core United. The Core meets you where you are. Our members grow their sphere of influence, develop professionally, and they gain access to the Core United members worldwide. The Core believes in the mastery of 4 core principles that embody whole person development. Those 4 principles are Christ, family, career, and legacy. Champion your life today and expand your sphere of influence tomorrow. Register at thecoreunited.com.
Hi, this is Bo Porter. Join the Core United today and be a champion of real excellence.
Just checking. Is it where you can turn the vocals down just a little bit? I have it right in here.
Hey,
what's up? It's Lil J. Sean.
And Asia, tune into the Shake and Bake Show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
We're interviewing your favorite rappers, singers, actors, everybody. Hey, we're giving away some special keys on this.
We're giving away gifts. We're interviewing our own mentors from the industry and bringing you all of the best advice.
Make sure y'all tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Woo!
The Shake and Bake Show.
The Shake and Bake. Well, let's call it the Shake and Bake.
When communities unite, synergy is there. Synergy, harnessing the power of community.
All right, and we are back. Thank you so much, Instagram, for watching. Dr. Don Radio Show, no judgment, just realness, from prison to prosperity.
Yes.
I'm telling you, good stuff. We got Tavares Coleman, the producer, honey. Amanda White.
Yeah.
We got Dominique Leonard, honey. It's just really, really good stuff. So thank you all for supporting the show, and thank you all for the comments. But I want to know, each of these people have great projects, initiatives going on. Prosperity. They got prosperity going on and helping others. Talk about Tavares a little bit of what you do. He is the owner of Famous Touch TV. Yeah.
Owner of Famous Touch TV, head producer at UHN TV. Also filmmaker, got a couple of things in the works. I produce a couple of TV shows here in Houston for separate people, one being Shy Talk. And so I also got a couple of movies working on, directing them for the upcoming year.
Okay.
Some more TV shows, comedy shows. Also working with Dominique with his play in December.
Okay.
So, I got a lot of things going on. And FamousTouchTV.com is the website that I currently have that will be distributing movies and TV shows for the upcoming year.
Put your glasses on for me so we can see. I mean, don't be ashamed.
Come in.
Put those glasses on, super producer. That's what I like to see. Yes, honey. Own it.
Got that effect.
Yes. It wouldn't make no sense me wearing glasses. I used to wear glasses because my eyes were bloodshot red after a long night out on the town. But that's my past. But anyway, that didn't determine my future.
No.
But anyway, Miss Amanda, tell us about what you do with Torchbearer.
I just opened up Torchbearer 2017, and this is a re-entry program for men and women that are coming out of prison.
That's good.
Or that's either on probation or in parole. Offering shelter, life coach, offering employment, education, and what have you.
That's good.
Our biggest thing now is we're getting ready to do, I'm trying to put together a rally for voting. I believe that it is so important that we vote. A lot of times, one of the first things that they told me when I went into jail was that I couldn't vote. I didn't have no rights, but we have rights, and I believe that the more we are empowered, the more we can do what we need to do. And I think that this is a big community. They say only 600,000 people a day across the country are released.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's per day.
Wow.
And so if you put that number together, we can definitely make some things happen.
What is the website?
My website is Torchbearer Reentry Service at gmail.com.
Okay, good stuff. You can't, come on, gmail.com. That's so easy. If y'all can't get that, come on.
Gmail.
Dominique, quickly, tell us about the play coming up in the website where they can get tickets.
The play coming out is Secret Marriage and Vows. We actually came out in June, sold out, traveled to Victoria, made history out there with the cast and stuff like that, being the first black African-American playwright to go out there. So, then the storm hit. But now we're coming back to Houston again for a 3 o'clock show, 8 o'clock show, December 30th. And actually, you can find me on Facebook, Dominique Leonard. You can find me on Instagram, Mr. Dominique Leonard. And you can also get tickets for this play at brownpapertickets.com. Brownpapertickets.com.
Yeah, some people in
and I'm working with Tavares. We got some things in the work as well.
That's good.
So I kind of keep things on the hush until I just do them.
Yeah.
I don't
Hustle
talk a
in
lot.
silence. That's what I say. Yeah.
Quiet assassin.
Secret vow. Yeah. Some people in a prison in a marriage, but that's another show for another time. We ain't gonna talk about that. But today's Dr. John's Q&A question is: we have Stacy from Georgia. Okay, guys, and she says, I had an argument with a friend, and I said some things that I regret. She said, I need to apologize. Any suggestions on how to get her to forgive me? Quickly, Dominique. You have some. You regret what you said. What do you do quickly?
First of all, you own up to it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. You own up to it, make the phone call, be the bigger person, invite her out for coffee or dinner, and make it work.
Yeah, Amanda?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing is to admit that you did say it, and don't expect for them to say I'm sorry back. Just to just clear your side of it up and tell them that you're sorry. And then I don't like to use the word sorry. I like to use the word. I forgot the word.
I apologize.
No, well,
not
okay,
even, okay,
yeah,
well, whatever
just,
you want to say.
Yeah, I make amends with you, so that I can do something about that, and then just do your part. Don't look for the person to do anything else.
Tavares, you
humble yourself. Just really just humble yourself and just apologize. Tell them you're sorry, and I really like to say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why? Because it takes a lot out of me.
Yeah.
It shows my humility rather than just use the word apologize. That's just me.
I like that. No, I mean, everybody has their own way, but I suggest, this is what I always suggest when to make amends with somebody. If you said something you regret, you always have to go in love, and then before you approach the person, go in prayer. Yeah. Lord, let me speak to them in love, asking for their forgiveness, because if you don't, you can go and then mess it up even further. But an apology is needed, so I like that you did say that. You regret what you said, so start with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But be patient with your friend. Whatever you said, you didn't go into detail, but whatever it was, it hurt her deeply. But pray, prayer, and be patient with your friend. She may not forgive you today. She may not forgive you tomorrow.
Right.
She may not forgive you until years from now.
Right.
But you cannot make someone forgive you. Once you apologize, you have asked God for forgiveness. He has wiped the slate clean. Yeah. Whether she has forgiven you or not,
it's left up to
you
her.
have to move forward.
Yeah.
But it's up to your friend. But you cannot rush it. You cannot force someone to forgive you.
Give
So,
time.
Dr. Don's Daily Dose today, and this was, I'm telling you, and I have to give this point to everybody. Now, these people sitting here today are black.
Yes.
Have done time. And are in prosperity.
Yeah.
You ain't even got a traffic ticket and ain't even getting up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So seriously, and I say that there's a strike against you because you're black. They didn't let the fact that they made past mistakes,
yes,
the color of their skin, God can turn our mess into miracles.
Yeah.
And I hope these people show you that there is no excuse.
None.
Once God releases you from it, you're released, and you can start over. So whatever prison you are going through in your mind right now, your prison could be alcoholism. It could be bad relationships, Dr. Dawn. It could be, Dr. Dawn, I was on drugs. That is my prison. Whatever that is, ask God to forgive you. He has released you from it. You got to release you from it.
He will.
Many times God forgives us, but we still can't forgive ourselves.
That's the big problem.
You have to forgive yourself, but your slate has been wiped clean. Do not let your past determine your future. Do not let your past determine your future. Do not let that trick of the enemy get in your head and think you can't do nothing. We got Tavares, who's a producer, Dominique, who's doing plays, Miss Amanda, who has collaborated with Oprah Winfrey. Come on. There is no excuse. And sometimes your past can be part of your present and be a blessing.
Absolutely.
So I would say that's my daily dose today. No excuses. I have to say, I want to thank today's guests. I want to thank you to the sponsors. I want to thank you for those who support the show. I want to thank you for the comments, Instagram, Facebook Live. And make sure you're following Dr. Dawn on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Did I forget one? It's always another social media site. But anyway,
every day they come up with
follow me at the THEDRDAWN. Send me your question. I will answer it on the radio. I thank you all for continuing to support. Oh, thank you for the hearts, the love. Thank you for these guests for just opening up. I really have to say, your past does not determine your future.
Yeah, that's right.
And the truth is, all of us are one mistake away from prison.
Come on now.
That's right.
Were or are now. You're about to make a decision today to get you in trouble.
Well, Joseph came from prison and became a ruler of the whole land.
Come on, boo. Come on. See, look at that.
That's part of God's plan.
Yeah. I like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's true. That's true.
Everything we go through is part of his plan. Everything.
It was purpose.
Because he knew the mistakes we were going to make.
Well, you know what? I just believe that he knew that I was going to meet some women that was on drugs, some men that was in prison, some family that needs to know how to heal.
Yeah.
And in order for me to help them, I had to go through this. You understand?
Wow. I gotta say, I want to thank y'all for the love. Dominique, he said I forget him because I'm not looking over there. I'm not forgetting you.
Somebody put the camera.
I'm not forgetting you. Instagram's loving it. Don't worry. But I want to thank these people. I want to thank y'all for sharing.
Yeah. Thank
this
you.
is awesome.
Thank
High
you.
fives.
All right.
High five.
I love
Adapt.
telling
Do
my
you?
story.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we
I
do
got
that.
a dab going on. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
We thank you also, Don.
No,
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
thank y'all.
I appreciate it.
Because
Just thank you for the invite.
Tavares was here as a comedian on my Love Lounge show.
Mhm.
But honey, this is another lounge. We need to talk about it. This is real talk. So I thank y'all. Continue to share your story. No judgment, just realness.
Absolutely.
Never can judge people. Never can judge people.
you
But
bet
I
your
want to
own
thank y'all. I hope y'all have a great Friday, great weekend.
That beat make you want to dance.
Yes. Oh, it does make you want to dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta keep myself straight though. Sometimes it makes me think of my past. And, yeah. But anyway, good show. Happy Thanksgiving. Dr. Don will be
Yes.
taking a break next week. I'll be in my coma from that dressing and
Eating that
gravy.
turkey.
So yes, I will not be doing a show next week. But
Yeah.
trust me, December 1st we will be back for World AIDS Day. People who are
Yes.
HIV positive,
Yes.
doctors who will be giving you that knowledge.
Absolutely.
Amen. There we go.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
When I see a disease that impacts people that look like us, why would I not do a show on December 1st?
Come on now.
Come on, wrap it up,
Yes.
people. That's all I have to say. But good show. Happy Friday. Thank you, Synergy Radio Network. God bless you guys. Thank you. Peace.
You're listening to The Dr. Don, and you're listening to The Dr. Don, and make sure you stay connected to me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the THEDRDAWN. Dawn Paul, aka The Dr. Dawn, is a certified life coach, and she is not a licensed medical professional. Should you need counseling, seek the advice of a certified professional.
Did you know that